Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Yeah, here we go, baby. It is the Monday KVJ After the Show broadcast.
Yeah. Hubba.
All right. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Monday.
Yes.
Mondays are hard. I know you always say you love Mondays. I do not love Mondays.
I'm being such a sarcastic jerk.
There's nothing better than sleeping in on Saturday and Sunday morning and then just letting your body naturally wake up.
The things I hate the most about Monday are actually Sunday night.
Sunday night starts to stress you out a little bit.
I am littered with anxiety on Sunday night, usually.
It's a challenge just kind of like get going. You got to work at least, you got to work at a certain speed, and the problem is like, I have a hard time downshifting, and then when I finally get downshifting into the weekend, like where I can actually start to relax, then I have a real hard time like upshifting into that speed I got to be working at, and it's a bitch.
It might be too from when I was a kid. I remember being a little kid and just dreading going to school at age 7, and Sundays being very depressing because I know I'm like, oh shit, I got math tomorrow. Fucking math,
right? Right? Math? What? Why? That didn't make sense. Well, Mondays we typically do the call-outs, and Virginia got a couple of shots taken at her during the call-out segment. So
that one guy who tried to call you out was weak.
Yeah.
He fell apart.
He did fall apart. I was like, dude, you better get it together if you're going to come for me.
You gotta come when the Lions did. You better bring some heat.
He wasn't ready for it.
No.
He got in there, and he just kind of like, it's kind of like running on stage, and his shoes were untied. He tripped and fell.
Well, he didn't even get a Virginia zinger because he kind of zung himself.
I was like, what? Okay,
What?
This is confusing, dude.
Well, he was clearly lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work out well for him. Jason had sent in an email. He said, I like call out Virginia for being awesome lately. For one, she looks fabulous with the bangs.
Well.
She seems to hate men less. Okay.
I don't hate men. I hate bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately for me, I've had a few men that behaved badly. So I do bring a little bit of that bias into conversations. I know, I get it.
Don't like when you sound reasonable and normal. Let's dial up the crazy. That's way more entertaining.
Let's get in the bushes and
Yeah.
let's be just diabolical.
I don't like this normal shit you're trying to lay on us right now.
Said, finally, most importantly, I love the way that she interrogates Jerby on his love life.
Yes, Jerby. Where were you this weekend?
I can tell you this: nowhere near a love life.
Let me see your fingers.
Leave me alone.
Let me see your fingers.
No,
Come on.
I don't dance for you. And second of all, I'm honest with
Oh,
you.
you just showed me your fingers.
I don't care. Whatever. And you just let it happen, don't you, big guy?
What am I going to do?
You're
I'm
right.
powerless to all
What
this.
the shit are you going to do?
What am I gonna
You can't
do?
control this. Weotch.
No.
Well, behind the scenes at Blue Martini, there was a girl that came up to me that was into suits. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. So she was like, yeah, I came all this way. I want to meet Suits. I just want to make out with him. I'm like, let me go get him for you. So I go
Okay,
get Suits.
okay, yeah.
I bring, and she was real cute and seemed fun. Seemed a little
Yeah.
drunk, but,
Okay.
who's not?
You know.
So I brought her over, and Suits and her started talking. I think they started making out. And then I found out
No, don't. No, that story.
she was trying to hit on everybody, and she was there with her boyfriend.
What?
Yeah.
Her boyfriend's like
Yeah.
completely okay with this?
Suits looked at her profile on Facebook, and she's had this boyfriend for years, and she was trying to mac all over Suits.
Well, cocktails and karaoke, it brings out the beast in everybody.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Is the boyfriend cool with this? Does they have like an open relationship? And he's like, yeah, it's great. I love you. Yeah, go for it.
She said
I mean,
that.
otherwise, how do you stay in a relationship that long if you're just blatantly like making out with other dudes?
Great question.
That means the guy's into it. The guy, without a doubt, he knows
you think
what's
they were
up.
swingers, Suits, and they were just trying to bait
Or-
a baby?
No.
It could be a
No.
cockle situation too. Doesn't have to be a swinger.
I think this guy was not down for that because he was blowing up her phone toward the end of the night when she was trying to get me to go with her, and he was literally calling her like every 3 seconds, and she was ignoring it. And that's when I was like, I'm out of this. I
And
can't.
he had been in the
Yeah.
bar with us?
Yeah, I met him. He was a very nice guy. I felt very bad for him.
As you're fucking rounding second base.
Well, I didn't know. She told me it was.
Yeah, all right.
I asked her. She said he was her friend.
Okay.
So she lied,
Oh
and then
my
when he started,
gosh.
well, the thing was when he called her, he had a bunch of heart emojis next to his name on the phone. It's like, okay, I'm out. I can't.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't see a red flag anywhere.
No, not at all.
Gosh. That's crazy.
I mean, can we get some legit girls that are actually living right to hit on Suits?
Well,
Yeah.
let's just look. We got girls hitting on Suits. Let's start with a victory here. It turned a little weird.
Baby steps.
As things do happen in a bar, things get weird. I think it's a positive for Suits.
Okay.
Wow.
You don't know. Suits isn't trying to wreck anyone's home.
No, the minute I found out, I was out of there. I couldn't do that. That was
Too
I don't wanna
much,
get- I don't want to
yeah,
get involved. I don't want all that craziness. I don't want that drama.
It's
No.
too early for that kind of drama.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, it ain't even 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
We got that. We got midnight drama at 8:30. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, drama only gets ratcheted up.
Oh, yeah.
It's only going to get worse. Dang. So did you make out with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you came up to me. You're like, oh,
Well, she came up to me and was like, "You want to make out?" So
And
I
she was
like,
cute.
Yeah, I'll
she
do
was
it.
really drunk, but she seemed fun.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, this could work, Suits. How do you feel? He's like, I'm in. I'm like, let's do this.
dude, it's a war zone.
I
out
just
there.
didn't know until after I made out with her, so I felt really
Yeah.
bad afterward. You know?
Well, it's not your fault.
No,
Suits.
she lied to me.
Don't beat yourself up over it. Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
Craziness.
sometimes you go into a bar, motherfucker's going to lie to you.
That's true.
Well, if you want another crack at Suits this Friday night, baby, going to be out again for some cocktails and karaoke. This time we are going to be at City Place.
And if you're going to lie to him, just be good at it.
And if you have a boyfriend, leave him at home. If you want to make out with Suits, don't do it next to your man.
I mean, what are we doing here? Come on.
Put
Crazy.
Suits in the middle. Suits is lucky that guy didn't get all pissed with him.
Well, the guy probably was, hence the phone
Yeah.
call.
Well, that's her. That's on her.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't need that kind of heat.
Suits is just trying to make some magic happen.
No doubt. Let me see another thought here on the Skittles. Jennifer says you got to put them in water until the coating comes off and then try them. I don't even
I'm over it.
I'm over
I was still
Skittles.
debating with Denny's after the show today, and me and him can't come to. We're at a standstill in our argument. He's trying to tell me, no, man, you really didn't taste them. And I'm like, I know what I tasted. I know that I tasted cherry or strawberry, whatever the hell I drank. Right?
I only had that sour apple, and that definitely it tasted like. But I mean,
So, I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's my nose or if it's my taste buds. Either way, I could taste a difference. Whether it was my nose making me taste, I could tell a difference between every single flavor.
So maybe it's possible that just the flavor and the scent are on the outside, and they are all the same on the inside, just like people.
But they've done something to make to make it taste like that. I
Right.
think what they're ultimately saying.
But
is
I'm
that-
talking about just your candy shell.
And that's
The
fine.
coating could be flavored and scented to match the color, but on the inside, maybe all the Skittles are the same.
And I don't even care about the whole nose and all that debate. That's fine. Maybe it's my scent that's doing that. My point is, whatever they're doing, you can tell a difference when you chew it. So if the scent thing is through the nose, they're beating us that way because they do taste different.
Okay. Well,
Thank goodness we argue about the important stuff.
Oh,
I've been
know.
arguing about this I swear to God, for an
This
hour and a half.
literally blew up our social media on Friday. People were pissed.
That blew up in the fact that we were trying to make drama with the whole Ed Sheeran picture. That we said, is this a pot bowl or is this a wash? And people just can't believe we're even trying to make that into a drama.
oh, okay. Wow. Kaylee from Rockford, Michigan said, hey, I listened to the show from a few days ago about stopping a sneeze and all the scary things that happen. I'm a nurse and a level 1 neuroscience intensive care. We get patients from all over Michigan, Northern Illinois, Indiana, the Upper Peninsula, and Wisconsin. I can't tell you how many times I've seen brain aneurysms burst from holding sneezes in.
Oh my gosh.
I will never, ever hold in a sneeze.
I never will ever again now. I'm just going to let them fly.
Don't do it.
Wow.
Yeah. They say it's safest when you find someone cup their face and sneeze into it. And they say that's the only true way to safely sneeze.
See, this is one of those things. This goes up there with poop ice. Things that Kevin's brought into the show that freaked me out. Now all weekend I was sneezing and I'm just letting it fly.
If we wanted to mess with Kevin, we could really, if we found out he was going to Publix, have strangers sneeze on him. That'd be so funny.
Why does it have to be at Publix?
Yeah.
Why can't we just do it in the parking
Oh,
lot here?
or
Or
at the gym.
Yeah, I'd be next level pissed if somebody cut my face and sneezed right into it. Yeah.
oh yeah, people get mad about that.
Yeah, All right, let me see here. Intern Thumbelina sent an email to us.
She's busy.
She's very busy. Yeah, she ignited the Ed Sheeran controversy.
She officially got hired here.
Yeah.
She's got it. It's official.
It's
y'all.
done?
Thumbelina, I believe so.
I know she had a meeting.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
No, it's legit.
It's legit, right?
Yeah,
That's
we
what-
announced it Friday at Cocktails and Karaoke.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
you were there for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had about 14 beers.
we had a whole talk.
We did. That's right.
We had a whole talk about how we're not doing shots at Cocktails and Karaoke.
Yeah.
Virginia's like, I
Good
can't.
judgment,
I
yeah.
can't do shots.
Yeah.
And I said, let's not put an absolute. I go, one shot's okay. She's like, no, I'm not doing shots.
Yeah.
So I get me and Denny's a shot at Blue Martini.
Yeah.
And she looked legit pissed and hurt. I mean, she looked like she was about to cry at her bangs.
Yeah.
She was so sad. I go, I got me and Denny's a shot because I didn't think you wanted one. She's like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, are you okay? No. I go, are your feelings hurt? And she kind of, do you remember this? She kind
Yes.
of turned away.
Well,
She was legit. So I'm like, I'll get you a fucking
I thought
shot.
we weren't going to do them.
Just make up my mind.
If we are going to do them, we do them together.
Oh, so she
Sneaking
was-
around
uh-huh.
like you and Denny's got a mistress.
I didn't read.
Sneaking around.
I didn't read her mind.
It's very complicated.
So I got her some shots, and yeah, that's probably why she doesn't remember that announcement.
Okay, well, there you go. Let me see. So intern Thumbelina said, what is the most understandable reason that you broke up with somebody? She said, I was with a very wet kisser. Grossed me out. It was like kissing a fish. And my husband broke up with somebody that was so dumb. While they're driving north, they kept seeing those deer crossing signs, and she was legitimately asking him how the deer knew to cross right at those signs. Couldn't take it. He's like,
Deer crosswalk.
yeah, it is.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. Trying to think. Yeah. So, most understandable reason you broke up with somebody. Cheating's obviously number one. But other than that, I don't know if I had anything that stood out outside of that.
I mean, the one girl that was eating them sour cream chips after she pooped, that kind of turned you off, and I think you broke up with her after.
I tried to power through it a little bit, but yeah, it definitely added some taint.
That's a young man's decision, I think. I think when you get older, you mature, and
Yeah.
I don't see you getting upset about that as you
I
get older.
don't know that it'd be the same way, but yeah. It's
You could
still-
battle through it if you were older and really into the chick.
Right.
But
10th
young
grade Kev,
young
though,
Kev
yeah.
with options.
Yeah.
You can't be dropping it like it's hot and eating sour cream chips.
It was just everything
too
that went
much.
into it. Yeah, it's just everything that went into it. I couldn't honestly. It's like, you know how like your nose has a memory.
Yeah.
And the awful thing about it was every time I would see her, like my nose, it was
You
attached.
smelled sour cream and poop.
Yes, I smelled that sour cream dump. And it would turn my stomach like every time.
It's turning mine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at sour cream chips the same because of you.
Yeah. So trust me, I wanted to be over it. I just couldn't. Just wasn't cooperating.
You had that one. One of my favorite Virginia stories is when you went out with that guy who had that wolf shirt on, but he also had wolf hair growing out of his back.
That was Match.com back in the day, and he had a lot of balls. His handle was Prince William, and he was no prince.
Prince William.
Did you make out with him?
No.
What about the guy that you asked if he had a wig on? You were making out with him when that happened?
Yeah.
Damn.
That was my kind of like boyfriend. I mean, I wanted him to be my boyfriend. He didn't like me that much.
Well, because you called him out for being bald.
And then he really didn't like me after
Well,
I called him out.
shit. I wouldn't like you either.
Jason, I didn't know what it was. I was like rubbing his hair, and I felt a snap.
You're like, is that a micro
I
machine?
felt a
And
snap.
I was like, I thought that something was like, I had no idea it was a snap-on wig. I was not. If I would have known that, I never would have made fun
don't
of him.
expect that, yeah.
But I found a snap, and like, I guess part of the snap was like drilled into his head, and then he would just snap on the wig or the toque or whatever it was.
It must have been effective because you didn't know until you touched it.
I did not know until I touched it. I always just thought he had great, full, beautiful hair.
I'm so bad at that stuff. I can't tell when people have wigs or a toupee. I've always been bad at that. People, I grew up with a guy who I guess always had a wig for 20 years. I never knew it. And everyone's like, dude, are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know why. I never expect anybody's going to have a wig for some reason. It just doesn't seem like the right move.
Well, we were young too. I mean, when I was seeing this guy, I was in my early 20s. He was in his early 20s. Like, that's too young, but he was already going bald.
I knew a guy went to
Wow.
school. He's going bald at age 16.
Whoa.
That's tough, right?
That is real tough.
Well, I think anything like that at that age, when you're 16, everything that happens to you seems like it is the end of the world, does it not?
It does.
I'm not trying to dismiss 16. I'm just remembering me being a 16-year-old and the things that I worried about and was afraid of was just off the charts.
You had all your hair.
And I had all my
It
hair.
would have been something real and legit, like hair loss at 16.
It's tough. Yeah,
But
it's not
you know
something
what?
you should have to be dealing with at that
Poor
age.
guy.
The person that it was going bald completely owned it and rocked it and got a ton of chicks, a ton. So it didn't hold him back.
Okay, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Some people can pull it off.
Got an email from Jevin. It said, hey, I just want to say what up from Kabul, Afghanistan.
It sounds like someone to put your names together. Jason and Kevin. Jevin.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Jevin.
That's if we were a couple, baby.
Jevin.
I don't know why I sounded like I was drunk right there.
You sounded like you just been drugged. And that's
He's from Melbourne, Florida, but then heads over there. He's doing like some kind of a protective work or whatnot. And yeah, it's still crazy over there. I don't know if you saw like the headlines from over the weekend. There was a hotel that they had some Taliban jump in, like 18 people wound up dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just, kind of crazy. You just never know with that kind of stuff. Said, anyway, my wife Sarah texts or attempts to text Jaybird in Virginia. And I know every now and then, like with the whacked out news, you might know somebody that's in it. Well, the Cocoa, Florida woman that was attacked by a neighbor's cat when it jumped into her car, subsequently leading to her being run over by her own vehicle.
Yes,
Yeah, I remember
was
that
a
story.
crazy story.
It was. Just so happens to be my niece and nephew's mother.
Oh, no.
I found out about it from my mother just as I was boarding my plane to start my journey back to Afghanistan. So,
Is she okay? Because I remember she was in the hospital with pretty severe injuries because the cat literally ran her over.
yeah, I mean, the craziest stuff, right? Said, yeah, I think she's currently going through physical therapy. She's doing a little bit better.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, that's nuts that had that happen. Wow. So anyway, whatever you're doing there, doing protection work. That's what Jevin is doing. Be safe over there in Afghanistan.
Yeah, it sounds like you need some protection.
Yeah.
Be careful.
You never know that kind of stuff. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I even told you guys yet, but I think at the end of the year, I'm going to be heading over to Jerusalem.
You are?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For what?
Going to go over do a tour of the Holy Land. Wow. Yeah, and see the little things. One thing I've always wanted to have on my list, I'm like, biatch, you're not getting any younger, so I'm like, got to get this thing done.
Are you going with your family?
Going with the Queen. We'll go, just her and I, and then going to be going with my buddy Pastor Sean. So kind of like doing a little tour thing over there to check it out. Figure I'd go with him in case things get a little bit squirrely. At least I'm with a holy man that can hopefully, pray me out of something.
The kids aren't coming with you?
No, it's not cheap.
Oh.
So, and it's not easy, and it's it's there's some really weird squirrely stuff over there too. I mean, they're walking around. They got soldiers with submachine guns that are kind of staying. There's a lot of unrest that still happens there because you've got Jews, Christians, Muslims all kind of like in that area. And they were telling me a story yesterday. Like, I guess if you go into Bethlehem, which is regarded as the city where Jesus was born, like that's in Muslim control. And so your tour guide, if they're like Christian, they just like be like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait right here. You guys go ahead. And they send you into the city by yourself. You're like, what? Like, it's kind of crazy because they can't enter.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's pretty nuts.
Are you sure you want to go? I mean, that's kind of like dangerous.
She tried to talk you out of this like she tried to talk me out of Mexico.
Well, Mexico is just stupid. I mean, at least Kevin is knowing what he's getting into, and he's informed. You didn't even know where the hell you were going.
I don't have the energy, and I don't have to explain myself to you, lady.
Lady.
Yeah. I got to look into it. Yeah, I just saw like a headline today that the U.S. is going to open up an embassy in Jerusalem, which I think kind of like that kicks the snake a little bit. So, yeah, so I don't know what the next year will bring. I don't know if
go over there looking like you look such an American.
I got a problem. Yeah, I do not look like I could blend in Muslim, Jewish. Yeah, there's no doubt about what I am.
When are you supposed to go?
November.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have your dates?
Yeah. I think so. I'll have to double check. It's still early on in the game, but I'll
Okay.
try to dial those up. And so, yeah, I'm trying to get some information about it. But, yeah, there's some scary, crazy stuff about it.
Yeah, you're going to Jerusalem. I'm going to Aruba.
That's
That's kind of cool and out of the country. A lot.
Maybe we should send Jaybird to Mexico. I feel like we all got to go somewhere, right?
I'd love to go, but I got plans on heading up to Jupiter.
Okay.
I mean,
I was there over the weekend. It's crazy, yeah.
not that far, but I love it. I think it's lovely.
Yeah. Somebody said, make sure you don't get Jerusalem syndrome. What is that?
Jerusalem syndrome.
What the hell does that mean?
Oh, Kevin, that doesn't sound good.
Are you getting baited? You might be getting trolled.
Think so?
Yeah, I do
There's a
think
thing
so.
called
Jerusalem syndrome?
Jerusalem syndrome. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
This sounds like a made-up thing.
Is a group of mental phenomenon involving the presence of either religiously themed obsessive ideas, delusions, or other psychosis-like experiences that are triggered by a visit to the city of Jerusalem. What?
I don't.
Wait, you go there and all of a sudden you get like religious crazy?
You lost me when you started typing.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's what they say. It is not endemic to one single religion or denomination, but has affected Jews, Christians, and Muslims in many different backgrounds.
Has Pastor Sean gone there before?
I think it's his first time, too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Who's taking you that knows what they're doing?
Pastor Todd, who's the overall head of the church, and so he's gone before.
Okay,
And
so
he's
he'll be
going-
with
yeah,
you
he's
guys?
got one bus, and then we're on another bus.
Uh-oh. Why
Yeah.
can't you be on his bus?
Because his bus is like
What are
full.
you, a lawyer? I mean, it's happening.
No, I don't want you on a bus with a bunch of people who've never done it before. I want you to be with the guy.
I think it's all part of the same group. It's like, it's like a group. I don't think it's like we all just bought tickets and randomly are showing up. Like, I think it's a travel group that, does this and takes tours.
I have faith my man will be okay. See, I'm not going to be over here trying to talk you out of living your life of adventure. I'm only going to promote it.
Well put.
Yeah, they say it's a phenomenon whereby a person seems previously balanced and devoid of any signs of
That's you.
psychopathology, becomes psychotic after arriving in Jerusalem.
No, you're too strong at mind.
It's characterized by an intense religious theme and typically resolves to full recovery after a few weeks after being removed from the area. No way.
This sounds made up.
No, it sounds real.
It's on the Wikipedia, not that that's legit.
Oh,
but
it's on Wikipedia?
What? There's no way. That sounds crazy. You go like religious nuts for a couple weeks?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that there's been situations where someone's gone over there
You go psycho.
and they come back and then, they're talking about everything that they saw and learned.
Wow. Okay. They say a lot of the people they thought might have had some kind of mental illness before they got there, but okay.
Look,
Be careful.
I get that when I go back to Lake Park and visit there. I come back a little bit more of an edge. It takes me about a day or two for it to kind of get off my body.
You're ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah, it's regarded as a form of hysteria. Okay.
Just be
Interesting.
careful because it just sounds like a lot of danger.
I'm gonna not tell you to be careful. I'm gonna tell you to go for it.
Okay. So go all in, baby.
I'm gonna be careless. You can use a little bit of that in your life. You're too careful.
I think
Be careless, like in the Bahamas.
be careless in West Palm.
Don't be careless in a country that is maybe mad at America, and then you're going as the most American-looking guy I know.
Yeah.
Virginia watches too much Netflix. You're gonna be fine, baby cakes.
Yeah, they say British man lost in Israeli desert may be suffering from Jerusalem syndrome.
Lost in the desert.
my God.
What?
If you get Jerusalem
Oh
syndrome,
my gosh, what is this?
how are we gonna do a show with Jerusalem syndrome, Kev?
We'll make
Oh
it by
my gosh.
week 2. We'll have them back.
I come in here and I've got like Hasidic Jewish curls and a beard.
Can you grow curls?
I don't know. Imagine if I did.
I would love to see Kevin with
we
curls.
can take you to Main Bar and get you Hasidic extensions if you'd like.
Oh my gosh! Imagine if that were the case and I couldn't snap out of it.
I would love to see you with curls. I would love to see you with a perm. Kevin, get like one of those man perms.
His hair would fall out.
Would it?
It's not strong enough for a perm.
But honestly, a yarmulke would be great for me. It'd cover that spot right there.
Yarmulke would be on point.
I think I was meant to be Jewish. Wow, that would be crazy.
Just be careful, Kev. You got to know what you're walking into.
Be careless, Kevin.
Okay.
Never walk into something not knowing what it is.
Oh, I'm already like doing my research and studying up on
What does
exactly
your
what we're
mom
doing.
say? Did you tell your mom you might be going?
Yeah, she knows. She was gonna go with us, but it's like, she was like, she backed out. But yeah, I'd let her know. I'm like, hey, if you want to go, go. She's like, no, you go have fun.
I'd love to go.
You want to come?
I would love to go.
Come with us, baby.
I would.
Come with us.
Oh, you're definitely getting Jerusalem syndrome.
No way, man. I'm so strong at mine. What are you talking about?
Jaybird goes running off into the desert.
That might happen because I'm going to have a panic attack.
Barefoot.
I might see a building and go, oh, shit, I'm going to the desert.
No, I think all the buildings are pretty small. Like Jerusalem's kind of a small town. I don't know if we're going. Like I think Tel Aviv is the one of the big cities there. Jerusalem's a pretty small town. Actually,
this sounds so like my cut. I want to go.
Yeah, they got a lot of hummus too.
Oh, I'm going to introduce my hummus pizza. I love it. Dude, tell Pastor Sean +1. The bird
He
isn't
may
going.
not come back. He might open up a,
Oh, no.
a Jerusalem pizza place.
I would love. I want to go.
Jaybird hummus pizza place.
Virginia, this is the year of adventure. We've been talking about it. We haven't done
It
shit
is,
for
yeah.
adventure.
That's why I
No,
know.
but you just got to be careful when you go into places where there's political and religious unrest.
Oh, I know. No,
That's
I mean
not
it's
an ideal scenario as the most American-looking clown I know.
Well, we know the rules of any bar you walk into. No politics, no religion, and what's the other one? No,
Abortion?
it's no politics, because I think that would fall under abortion. No politics, no religion, and no...
country music on the jukebox.
Well, in some bars, yes. No, but there's a famous one. I got 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
You've never heard that before? You know the rules of the bar. No religion, no politics, and no...
Hot girls.
No, you want to talk about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Maybe it's just 2. Maybe it's not 3.
No, it's like a sneeze that I didn't get to give.
To hold that in.
Go cup
You'll
Kevin's
get an
face.
aneurysm.
I don't like it.
You'll get an aneurysm. All right. Wow. Just okay. Interesting stuff. Let me see here. Got an email from Scott. Said, I know Jaybird was born in Florida, but I'd like to hear how and why his family moved there. Okay. Thank you from Scott, a Texan who ended up in Arkansas, so my family could help my grandparents. All right.
I'm sorry. I was
Why'd
looking.
your family from up north wind up down south here?
My
in Rhode Island and Pittsburgh. or
my
wherever?
dad wanted to, because my dad was working on plane stuff, and he had a job opportunity here in Florida from Pennsylvania because he was in the aeronautic field. And then my mom and Ann, they finally said, screw this, man. We're getting out of Rhode Island. And I think my mom ended up, meeting, I don't know, some guy, and she was down here, and that's how that happened.
Okay. All right. So he just said screw it, and her
So
and
I
Ann got
have
out.
basically zero details about how my parents met.
You don't know where they met?
No, I know where they met, and I know how they met, but why? I know my dad came down here for work. My mom, I think she came down here just to get away from Rhode Island. I feel like I'm under question over here. I'm stuttering.
That's why not that dude.
No,
Maybe this cat has secrets or something.
Oh,
we all got secrets.
I think the way he answered it, Virginia.
I
don't what's
know.
going
He's
on.
very suspicious
We all got
for such a boring story.
It was.
Right.
I
Sounds
think
so cryptic
it
and
was such a
serious.
shitty answer, and I apologize to you all.
Let me see here. A quick shout out. Kyler said to my wife, got married in 2012, moved to West Palm from Ohio, not knowing anyone, started our new life together. They started listening to the KVJ show, became the highlight of his wife Aubrey's day. They then moved back to Ohio in 2015, and they continued to listen religiously while working out, running errands, or just sitting around the house. On Saturday, she went into labor with her first child. She's absolutely amazing throughout its entirety. And now our beautiful son, Keegan, is just waiting until he gets to listen to his first show on Monday.
Aw, that's adorable.
Both are doing amazing. It would mean the world to me if you guys could make her day with a shout-out from Kyler. There you go.
Aw,
Yeah, how cool.
That is awesome.
congratulations on your baby.
And years ago when he was down here, his wife made him get as much bird sauce physically as possible, put in his luggage. And then apparently his luggage and clothes smelled like buds for a week.
And that's not a bad thing.
No, I've had some bud sauce or bird sauce explode in my bag before, and I ain't complaining.
Also, I got to say, what up to State Girl? She also made the transit. She moved back to Massachusetts from Florida saved a few shows and listened to the podcast on a long drive and said you made it so much easier.
Aww.
But yeah, state girl who had come out to
Angela.
cocktails and karaoke, Angela. Yeah, so she's moved back to Massachusetts.
We're gonna miss you.
She's state girl because I believe it was probably my first year on the show, and she sent all of these beautiful Omaha steaks to me.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very nice. So
Okay.
she's always been known as steak girl.
Well, there you go. So gonna miss you back in Massachusetts, but glad I could help with the ride. And that's it for us for Monday. All right, y'all. Thanks for locking in. Enjoy your day, and we will talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.